this was where my mother wanted to be laid to rest.
Yes.
So we're all honoring her wish. This place obviously felt most special to her. She felt most at peace here on this land. There's pictures and photo albums of her here, looking joyful and happy, and smiles with the water coming down her. So she spent the first half of her life raising me and Nadia, and then she spent the second half of her life trying to figure out how to get back to Jamaica. Right? She built a house. That didn't work out, but she never lost that vision of wanting to return back to Jamaica to live out the rest of her days. So she'll be home now.
Man.
So I also just want to say thank you for all the things that were out of my control to make this moment possible. Things are happening in a magical way. I think even the staff, things are just aligning perfectly for us to be here. And since we arrived, I felt her presence here. I feel her presence here now. And I know that when I made the decision to gather us here in this way, that she's been walking with me. And I think one of her most important lessons to me is like, if you're gonna do it right. Kind of follow my smack over the head. And I think it's done right. And I know that that's because she's been here watching over this. So again, I'm just gonna kind of speak from my heart. I just wrote some of this stuff down, but it's things I've been thinking about. I'm not gonna eulogize her and go back to 1965. I'm not gonna do all of that. But I do think it's important for me to call in our ancestors. And I know that we all have different religious faiths and beliefs, but I think we can all agree that the four elements and the four directions, without those things, none of us would be alive, none of us would be present. So just want to pay a little gratitude to each direction, each element. So to the east, the divine masculine, direction of the wind, the breath, for the breath that moved through my mom's body to help guide her. The direction of communication is also the east, the communication that she was able to share with me and my sisters, the lessons, the way that she spoke from her heart, sometimes very outrageously, but always very honestly. And the east is also the direction of inspiration, so she continued to be inspired from the very start of her life in a way that I'm not even sure how she was able to find the inspiration to accomplish the things that she did, to guide me and Nadia to be the people that we are. So I can only say that it was through the direction of the East, the ancestors of the East, that helped her continue to be inspired and propel her forward. To the west, the direction of the mother, the divine feminine, the water that Nadia and I will return her to. Water is from which we all came. Our inner waters, the healing waters of our mother. The fluidity that my mom was able to move like water through the world. Kind of shape shift and change as things needed to transform. A lot of gratitude for the fluidity of water. And may we all continue to be as fluid as water, right? To the south, the fire, the direction of transformation and growth, of energy, the fire that lived inside of her, the growth, the transformation that moved her each day. Yeah, may we all continue to grow and transform with the lessons and the way that she was in our lives. And to the north, the direction of the earth, her physical body as we return it back to the earth, to the gifts of the earth. The north is also the direction of our ancestors that propel us forward, keep us going with that momentum. All of her ancestors that she knew, that she didn't know, that were guiding her, that were giving her stability. Gratitude for that. Above above her were our teachers, our guides, our angels live. So all of her teachers and her guides, the one that she knew, the one that she didn't know, that were helping to teach her the lessons that she needed to help guide her way with the light and path. And then everything that's below, the unconscious, things that she didn't know, things that she just felt divinely, intuitively, keep her moving. So gratitude to all the four directions, all the four elements, to the above and to the below. And then just a couple more things. I think it just needs to be said out loud, because it's not a secret, right? My mom took her own life. Just acknowledging that up front, acknowledging that she went like she came, in control, doing things her own way, guiding her own destiny, making a way when other people would have said that there was no way to be made. And I think a lot of us would say she was the strongest person that we knew. She didn't want to be strong any longer. And sometimes I often forget to acknowledge her sickness, her illness, and her physical body, the pain that she was feeling, that she decided she didn't want to feel anymore, that she no longer wanted to be with, and that's fair, and I respect that, right? But she was also in a lot of pain in her emotional body as well, so that needs to be acknowledged as well. Not to sound full of myself, which I am, I think that me and Nadia were her greatest gifts to this world. She made us central to her being. She loved us more than anything and anyone.